Ryan Day is front and center with that one after the win against Notre Dame, calling out Lou Holtz. It's as fiery as I've ever seen with a coach on the field after win. I mean, he was, Paul, that's as intense and fired up as I've ever seen a coach post-game.
And listen, I'm sure there are plenty of Lou Holtz jokes going around today, like, oh, Lou Holtz. But I happened to be with Lou about a year ago. I hosted an event and he spoke, and at 86 or 7 or whatever he is, he's still very sharp and an amazing guy. So I'm glad Lou has gotten a curtain call. I doubt Lou really cares. He said what he said because that's who he is, and I think Ryan Day had a great moment, especially versus the other coach. Who made a basic elementary coaching mistake at the end of the game, and the cost of that is incalculable.
Well, and the coaching mistake you're referencing, 10 players on the field, Paul, at a place like Iowa or maybe Minnesota or maybe, name Baylor, that might slide under the radar. Notre Dame is a national brand with national fans, with national no patience. That's not a good look for Marcus Freeman, a coach. I know you and I have enjoyed what he's done at Notre Dame.
I mean, he's such a good coach, and he's come so close. And I'm not just making excuses before I go in for the kill, because it was a colossal error. And Notre Dame fans can say, well, we still have. One tweeted me today and said, well, we still have Duke. Oh, that's great. Congratulations. Go down to Durham and revel in game day but don't spit Duke to me. Please. And I think Clemson's on the schedule, but they're not, Notre Dame's not getting back in this thing. You can't lose a home game. And you also can't be Notre Dame and have the arrogance of that institution and say we don't need a conference. Well, how nice would a conference be right now if you were in the ACC and you would have a shot at perhaps Florida State at the end of the year to get you back in? And it won't matter next year, but it will matter this year. And Notre Dame start looking to Tempe or somewhere else for a nice bowl trip, and you'll get it. You deserve it, but you're not going to the playoffs.
And I would say unless things crater around them. Like unless, Penn State were to lose a couple games, Michigan, Ohio State, the SEC, if that gets wonky, the ACC doesn't have divisions, the Big 12, Pac-12, stuff would have to crater around Notre Dame because they still have, we're laughing about Duke, but they still have Duke. They still have USC. They still have some games on their schedule. But the thing for Notre Dame is, and we know they're a national brand. They got College Game Day. They always have been a national brand. The thing for them, even in the Brian Kelly era, Paul, is they've always seemed so close. Yeah. They've always seemed like they can get to the point where they can compete. And then on that one big day, on that one big game, they seem to fall just short of being the Notre Dame of yesteryear.
Yeah, and the Notre Dame of yesteryear, for you college kids waking up right now and watching this, was the brand in college football for so many years. But it's not anymore. It's one of them, but it's behind a number of schools, including the school it lost to on Saturday night. And I think that's what's so painful. Ohio State's a much bigger brand in college football right now than Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a top 10 brand, but that's it. And Notre Dame has to win games like that, and it failed. So I'm moving on. My close friend Heather can come up with 18 combinations for Notre Dame to get into the playoffs, but they're off my list. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me something